Hey friends! Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Jelly Bean's channel. If you are here for the books, then you have to endure 5 more seconds of Jelly Bean. If you are here for Jelly Bean, then you get a couple more seconds of his handsomeness. He thinks the world revolves around him because either my husband or me or my husband or I, one of us spoils the dogs because they are the babies. Could you tell who it was? I hope so. I tried to make it obvious. It's me. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. I'm the problem. Oh, I was so out of tune. I'm so sorry. We are going to call this series Wacky Wednesday. I'm not really sure what I called it at the beginning when I first started doing these videos. Here's the thing. I joined this group like 2 or 3 months ago, and I did one video, and then I stopped. So, I want to become more consistent in this Wacky Wednesday video format. So, it's Wednesday. Let's bring on whatever the prompt is. The prompt for today is Best Bookish Trio, or it says Book Trio, and you can recommend the best ones. You could say your worst friendship group, I guess. You could say these are the best trilogies, these are the worst trilogies. However you interpret Book Trio. I interpreted Book Trio as like a trio of characters that you just absolutely love. So I have only picked one bookish trio that is in a long series, and I actually haven't finished the series. I still have 2 books left, but because I don't own the last 2 books, I haven't read them yet. I'm still going to count them because the Booglers from a series of unfortunate events are so freaking perfect. The Booglers are the sibling group. There's 2 sisters and a brother. So the brother, his name is not Victor. Why am I thinking Victor? Sunny, Klaus, and Violet. So Violet is the oldest sister. Klaus is the only boy, and he's also the middle child. And Sunny is the baby, or at least she's a baby at the beginning of the series. And this is such a cute, wholesome series, ? This series follows Sunny, Violet, and Klaus after their childhood home burns to the ground. And the banker is in charge of finding them a home. And the first home they go to, there's Count Olaf, who has a tattoo of an eye on his ankle. That's important to the story. But he's, more importantly than that, he's evil. He is so evil. And they get out, and every time they go to a new home or a new place to live, Count Olaf is on their trail trying to trick their guardians into giving the orphans up. So, I guess I'm just going to talk about all of them. The Bad Beginning, or Orphans, a series of unfortunate events by Lemony Snicket. Oh my gosh, so this was the beginning where the fire happened and where you meet Count Olaf, who is probably the most evil villain I've ever met. Then there's the Reptile Room, and this is book number 2. So the Reptile Room follows the orphans as they go into like this once removed uncle or long lost uncle or something, and he has a reptile room because that's his job, and somehow the baby Sunny, she gets in there, and this very venomous snake bites her, so she bites him back. And like, these are ridiculous but so funny, and the 3 siblings are just perfect because this is like the wide window. In this one, baby Sunny gets trapped in this like really high tower, and she's in like basically a dog kennel on the top, and Violet saves her by making, because she's an inventor, okay? She's a 15-year-old inventor, and you know that's the best thing ever. But she invents something where she can climb the wall to rescue Sunny. Does it work? That is something that you have to read to find out. But then they go to the miserable mill where Violet and Klaus and Violet team up, and they have to work at the miserable mill. And Klaus, his sister is an inventor, so of course he is going to be a reader. And not only does he read really fast, but he almost has like a photographic mind of all of everything he's ever read before. But the conditions at the mill are terrible because, they shouldn't have kids working there anyway. And Sunny is working as the secretary for like the boss dude. It was a lot of fun. Then this one I think is my favorite. This is the Osir Academy. And this one has Sunny, Klaus, and Violet again, who are the 3 main orphans in this story. But at this school, everything goes wrong, because it's a series of unfortunate events. And Sunny, something happens to Sunny that I'm not going to spoil. But she is starting to become her own person, not just like a baby anymore. And she uses her teeth in different ways that will get them out of trouble later, but not right now. Right now, I loved this book specifically in the series because of the friends that they made while they were at this academy. They made the triplets. I don't remember their name, but they became friends with a set of triplets. It was so fun. That was my favorite one. This next one was my second favorite one, and that's the ersatz elevator. This is the one where Violet has to make something that can get them out of the elevator, but the only thing that will stick to the elevator is Sunny's teeth. So she gets to like climb her way up using her teeth to save her siblings who are stuck at the bottom of the elevator for reasons that I can't say. Then number 7 is the first, well, not the first. This is book number 7, but it's where Klaus uses his brains, because he's really smart. He reads a lot. Violet uses her inventing skills because she's an inventor. And Sunny uses her teeth to get them out of some interesting things in the Vile Village. This one, if I'm being honest, wasn't my favorite, but that's okay. Can't all be winners. Then there's the Hostile Hospital, which this one really bored me as well, because they have to go into the paper room, but there's someone at the front desk who's like, no, you can't go in there unless you work here. So then they have to pretend to work there. It was one of my least favorite ones. Then number 9 is the Carnivorous Carnival. I loved this one. So Violet and Klaus got Sunny, Violet, and Klaus snuck into this carnivorous carnival where Count Olaf was trying to commit a scheme or a scam, and they were trying to stop it, and it was just so cute. I'm going to say that most of these were really cute, but these are by far my favorite bookish trio. So if you want just a fun, wholesome, kind of sad and villainous book series, please read A Series of Unfortunate Events if you haven't already. And even if you have, go revisit the best book trio in the world. Alright, then we have number 10, which is the Slippery Slope. I'm not going to tell you much about these ones because it's so far into the series. There's the Grime Grotto, and then there's also the Grim Grotto. Sorry. And then there's also 2 more. The 13th one is called The End. I don't remember what the 12th one is called because, again, I don't own them yet, so I haven't read them. But I absolutely love Violet, Klaus, and Sunny. So, I also highly recommend these on audiobook because the audiobook narrator is so awesome. Here, Lemony Snicket writes letters on the back of all of his books from the series. So it says, Dear reader, if you have picked up this book with the hope of finding a simple and cheery tale, I'm afraid you have picked up the wrong book altogether. The story may seem cheery at first when the Baudelaire children spend time in the company of some interesting reptiles and a giddy uncle. But don't be fooled. If you know anything at all about the unlucky Baudelaire children, you already know that even pleasant events lead down the same road to misery. In fact, within the pages you now hold in your hands, the 3 siblings endure a car accident, a terrible odor, a deadly serpent, a long knife, a large brass reading lamp, and the reappearance of a person they'd hoped never to see again. I'm bound to record these tragic events, but you are free to put this book back on the shelf and seek something lighter. And the audiobook narrator is just so awesome at reading this and the book. And I just love the narration and the writing style of these books. So I might actually listen to 12 and 13 on audiobook. but I do need to add them to my collection. It is going to be something that I want to read with my students every single year. So I hope you enjoyed this Wacky Wednesday. My dogs are here to say hi. They're loving on me and saying how much they love you guys. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already.